everyone and welcome back to my channel. I apologise that this is the first video for a few weeks, but I was on holiday and just didn't get the chance to upload or film. So I will get started straight away with all the books I read this month, well no, last month in July, and there was 7 of them. All varying in sizes, all varying in genres, so I'll get started. And the first one is John Green's The Fault in Our Stars. I was very sceptical about this book. It had a lot of hype around it. It was on my shelf for like a year and a half before I read it, but I really enjoyed it. About 4.5 out of 5. It made me laugh, it made me cry. Cried a lot, and it was just great. I really enjoyed the writing style too. The writing style was lovely, and I did not at all expect to like this book. Books that have a lot of hype I don't normally enjoy, although saying that multiple other books in this pile had a lot of hype around them, but this has huge hype around it, not just in booktube but like in general, and I was very skeptical about that, but I loved it. 4.5 out of 5. It's not too long, but it is a great book, and I definitely want to read more John Green now, which is a good thing. This month I read 3 comic books, the first of which is one from the library, and that is the Justice League League of One. I have a video review of this, so I'll link that below. This follows the Justice League, as I said, which has Superman, Batman and Wonder Woman in, plus 4 other superheroes that I didn't really know of. The artwork in this is beautiful. If you want to know further thoughts about this, check out the video that I will link below, but it was just a great read. I really, it took about 45 minutes, so I really liked that it was quite short, but I probably would have liked a little more depth to it. Well, I just enjoyed this a lot. Made me want to read more graphic novels or comic books, which obviously I did. And the next comic book that I read was Saga, and the other one is Fables. Both of these were booktube enabled buys and reads, because they've been everywhere. Every channel I've looked, they've been on there, and I just had to check them out. Saga was the first one of the 2 I read. I read it in a night, I think. I read it pretty quickly anyway. I love this. It is definitely for mature readers. It's a very graphic novel. A lot of graphic language, violence, nudity, sexuality and things like that. But if you can get past that, it's amazing. It is, I guess, star-class lovers in space with assassins and guns and war. Can I say any more? The storyline is amazing. I loved the narration. When it revealed who the narrator was, I was like, this is so cool. It made it even better. I adored the artwork in this. The artwork is beautiful. It's not typical graphic novel style, and it is great. Sorry about that was my mum. The 3rd graphic novel that I read, as I said, was Fables, and this, I enjoyed this a heck of a lot. Fables follows the stories of your favourite storybook legends and characters. They have been kicked out of their homelands, they've been exiled, and they are living in Uptown New York. Well, half of them are living in Uptown New York, and this sets the scene for the lives they live in and the main characters, and this was so much fun. I really enjoyed the fact that it was to do with characters that I knew, so it wasn't necessarily that you didn't necessarily have to get to know them because you already knew them, you already recognised the names and the characters and their backstories, because the backstories of them don't change. So Snow White, the Big Bad Wolf, Beauty and the Beast, that you have the same backstories, but it's their future that we're finding out about. And if you're not too much into graphic, if you don't want anything really graphic, definitely check out this. I preferred the illustrations in Saga, but these were still lovely. They were just a lot more typical graphic novel style. But I really did love this. I loved how it was characters I knew. I'm a big fan of fairy tales and kind of legends and things like that, so this was definitely, I loved it so much. Still on the same theme, next book I have, is The First Escape by G.P. Taylor, and this is the first in the Doc Brown Chronicles. I have a video review of this waiting to go up, so if you want to know more about this book and my thoughts about this book, which is very big, it's like nearly 300 pages, keep your eyes out for that. Make sure you subscribe so you know when that goes up. But this is a graphic novella, maybe a graphic novel crossed with a normal storybook. It's kind of, I guess it's definitely probably middle grade. It's not for kids, but it's not necessarily adults. And this mixes the way that it tells a story. Parts of it are just writing, Parts of it are with big illustrations, and parts of it are like typical comic books. This is a lot of fun. As I said, it is huge. It's actually really heavy, which meant that the storyline is a lot thicker and a lot fuller, and there is a lot more action, and it's a lot more gritty, and there's a lot more to get into, which I really enjoyed. I enjoyed that there was a bigger storyline than the other graphic novels or comic books I read this month, because this was a lot longer, so there was more scope for more. There's a lot of action in this. It's very fast paced even though it is long. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. More thoughts in the video that is coming up soon. The final 2 books that I read in July are both normal books. The first of these is This Is What Happy Looks Like by Jennifer E. Smith. I have a video review of this, I'll link that below. I really enjoyed this book. It is a contemporary, a pretty standard contemporary with a little bit of a mystery element, but you know about that what everybody else doesn't, and kind of your typical, so it's a very summery contemporary, as you can probably see by the cover. A lot of fun, kind of guessable what was going to happen, kind of predictable, but at the same time there was a nice element to it that you and the main character and her mum knew about but nobody else did, and that was really fun because it kept you guessing as to how that would be revealed and how that would affect the storyline and the characters, and it was just it was a lovely read. Never going to be one of my favourite books, but I'm interested to read more by Jennifer E. Smith, and it was just really fun. I feel like I've saved the best to last. This book has had a lot of hype on BookTube, and that's kind of why I have it. But from the things I'd heard about it, I knew that I was either gonna love it or I was gonna hate it. And that is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I adored this book. 5 out of 5 for this. It blew my breath away. The writing style is beautiful. It is just an incredible book. A little bit about it is that it follows the story of a girl called Cadence, or Katie, and her family. They have their own private island, and they go every summer since she was little, and she narrates the story. And one summer something happens, there's a tragedy, and Cadence, as a result of this, has memory loss, doesn't know what happened, so you are finding things out when she does. And this book is just surrounded in mystery more like, and it is just amazing. It's really small, just over 200 pages. I read this in one sitting. I cried. It just took my breath away. It was so beautiful. I did not guess right. I had this huge guess and I was like, I must be right, I'm gonna be right, and then it wasn't. I just wasn't. But you have to get this. If there's any books in this that you get, has to be We Were Liars. Well, get Saga and Fables too, but this book is amazing. If you want something that isn't going to take you too long to read, but you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I adored it. The mystery, I feel it was so well done. I did not expect it. I didn't see it coming. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that was just me being silly. But I adored this. I did not guess it all. I was completely off of what the mystery was and what the tragedy was. But when it is revealed, I was like, well, how the heck did I not see that coming? How did I not see that? Yeah, it was just an amazing book. I loved this. Again, 5 out of 5, so beautiful. The writing style, it did take me a little while to get into, but at the same time, I loved it. It really was a beautiful writing style, and I enjoyed how you find things out as the main character does, because it's narrated by her, and it is just beautiful. So yes, We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. E. Lockhart, you are a genius. That is my opinion. When I've heard reviews for this, which I think I might do a review for this, when I've heard them, people either love them or they hate it. Either love it or they hate it. I loved it. I loved the length as well. I think it was a perfect length. But yeah, check it out. 7 books that I read in July, and make sure you subscribe or you keep your eyes peeled on my channel, because I've already read a few books this month, and if you want to find out what they were and my thoughts on those, then make sure you subscribe so you can see what they are. I think my next video is going to be a haul, because I just come back from Disney World, so I brought a lot of stuff, plus some makeup from Sephora, so that will be in there too. And so I think that's going to be my next video. Plus I have a video review already filmed which is going to go up soon, and I have other ones which I could do reviews for. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for those. Make sure you like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Let me know if you have read any of these books, or you plan to, or you have any suggestions, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!